Hi everyone, welcome to my channel if you're new here, and welcome back to my channel if you've been here for a long time. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the views. Thank you for all your support. I truly appreciate. So in today's video, I'll be showing you how to make the beautiful dress on a thumbnail. It's a cute little girl's dress. It's a simple one, and here I have this fabric. I'll be using a satin fabric to recreate this. I have this lining to line the dress. So I also have a matching zipper. So if you're really interested in learning how to make this dress, please watch the video from beginning to the end. Most of the times I get comments about things that I already stated in the video. I will try my best to explain this in a way that even a newbie will understand what I'm saying. But please try to watch the video. You can always rewind, you can pause, you can replay it to know what I said, okay? So please make sure you watch till the end, and I'll start, okay? So like I said earlier, I'm making this dress with a satin fabric, and I'm making this for a 5/6-year-old girl. And of course, you have to measure the child you're making this for. And here is a guide on how to place fabric on fold. So the full length of the dress I'm making is 27 inches. So I had to subtract 11 inches from that. So what I have here is 11 inches plus extra. So I'm going to get my sewing allowance and I'll have extra. So for the width, you have to, of course, put into consideration the body measurement of the child you're making this for. So here is zipper allowance for the back piece, the zipper allowance. So of course, you're going to put into consideration the zipper allowance for the back piece, and then the body measurement divided by 4. The body measurement of the child I'm making for a child that has a body measurement of 25 inches. So 25 divided by 4 is 6 1/4. 6 1/4. Plus 1 inch sewing allowance, making 7 1/4. So you see I have 7 1/4 and even excess. So that's a guide on how to place fabric on fold. Now that I've explained all that, let me go straight into the tutorial. Please ignore the lighting. The lighting might change because I moved to a place with natural lighting, okay? So I'll start placing the measurements. I'll place the shoulder measurement. I'm working with a shoulder measurement of 10 inches divided by 2 is 5. So the shoulder measurement will be divided by 2, 5. So note that I'm starting my measurement here because I'm placing my measurement on the front piece. So ignore this this 1 inch here. So 5 inches. And at that same point where I have marked the shoulder measurement, I'll come down by 1/2 inch. For kids, it's standard 1/2 inch for the shoulder slope, okay? And then from the shoulder slope, I'll mark the round armhole. The round armhole is 5 inches. I'll mark it here. And then here I'll mark 5 1/2. The 5 1/2 is 5 inches that I've marked here plus this 1/2 inch. I just want to create a straight line. So 5 inches plus this 1/2 inch, making 5 1/2. So I'll mark the same 5 1/2 here so that I can connect both lines. So for the upper length, I'll be using 11 1/2 plus 1 inch sewing allowance, making it 12 1/2. And I'll be using a neck width of 2 1/2 inches. 2 1/2. So to create this shoulder slope, I'll remember that we marked 1/2 inch here. I'll connect that to here, creating a slant. I'll measure 5 inch here just to draw the straight line. I'm going to place the body measurement on this line. I'm working with a body measurement of 25 inches divided by 4 is 6 1/4. 6 1/4 here. So I'll add an inch sewing allowance, making it 7 1/4. I'll place the same 7 1/4 here. It's going to be a high neckline at the back, so 1 inch. So it's going to be 2 1/2 by 1 inch because I want it high. So I'm going to create a curve and connect to this point here, from the neck depth to the neck width point. So for the armhole, I'll get the midpoint of the armhole. The round armhole is 5 inches, so the midpoint is 2.5. So here is the midpoint of the armhole, and I'll come in by 1/2 inch on that same point, 1/2 inch. I'm going to connect from here to here and then create the armhole curve. From here to here, create the curve. So to get the neckline on that dress, the front neckline, I'll be using a square neckline. This is the armhole line. If you want to get exactly what was made on that thumbnail, I'll be doing 4 inches. This is the child's chest area, so do not go beyond this 5 inches, okay? Do not go beyond this line. You can come up by 1 inch, 1/2 inch, whatever, but make sure that you do not go beyond this line. So 4 inches. I am so tempted to use 4.5 inches. I am so tempted to use 4.5 inches, but I'll leave it at 4 inches. So what I'll do now is to extend this by 3/4 inch here. You can use 1/2 inch. Just connect from that point to the neckline. From that 3/4 point to the neckline. So I'll cut out the back piece, the back neckline and the back armhole first, then I'll cut out the front. The front piece, and this is the back. So I'll set this aside and cut the lower part. So this is for the lower part of the dress. So also here is a guide on how to place fabric on fold for the lower part of this dress. So the body measurement divided by 4 inches, which is 6.25 here, 6.25, plus 1 inch sewing allowance, making 7.25. Because the skirt part of the dress has exaggerated hips, you can choose to use 4 inches extra. You can choose to use 3 inches extra, 10.25 or 11.25. Totally up to you. How you want it is totally up to you. I'll be using 3.5 to 4 inches depending on what I have here. So when you have that determined, you place your fabric on fold. You add all of that together and divide by 4 and place your fabric on fold. And for the back piece, remember to leave the zipper allowance of 1 inch. So, and for the length, remember that the upper part is 11.5 inches already. So to get my 27 inches here, this is 11.5. This is where the length of the dress will stop. So what I will do, I left this because I want to fold this dress. I want to fold the lower part of this dress. So I'm going to use the excess to fold the dress. I'll be using 2 inches. So let me say I will be needing 29 inches to 29.5 inches, and then the rest is excess. So that is how to know the amount of fabric to place on fold. So I'll advise you to fold in. If you're using satin to make this, please fold it in using lining. If you're using another kind of fabric, you can choose to line, you can choose to use a hemming gum to finish up your own dress. You can choose to use other styles, but whatever thing you do not stitch on the lower part of this dress. That is not the style. That was not how this dress was made. Do not stitch on the lower part of the dress, okay? Just fold it with lining, or use a hemming gum to gum it to finish it. It is also important to note that the upper part, remember this upper part that we cut, that whatever measurement you have here must rhyme with whatever you have here. Make sure that that is the same measurement you're using here. Do not use something bigger or smaller. So I'll mark my waist to hip measurements, and it will be 5 inches, 5 inches from the waistline. So I'll add half an inch sewing allowance to that. So I'll be placing the hip measurement on this point. So let me start by placing the waist measurement. For children, waist measurement is same as body measurement. So I'm working with a body measurement of 25 inches. 25 divided by 4 is 6 1/4, plus 1 inch sewing allowance, making 7 1/4. 7 1/4. And here on the hip line, 7 1/4, so which I will extend by 3.5 inches, or 3. Let me use 3 inches because that is where my fabric ends. So let me use 3 inches. You can use 4. I think 3 is perfect. So 3 inches is perfect. So here, 3 inches. So we are working with 16, 15.5. 15.5 plus 2 inches, 16.5, 17.5. So what I have here is 10 1/4. I'll place the same 10 1/4 here. So I'll connect from the waistline here to the hip line to this point. So there you have it. I'll cut this out. This is the back. The next thing to do is to cut out lining for each of these. So I'll cut out lining for the rest. The only one I will show you how to cut out the lining is the lower part, because you have to remember that you have to subtract 2 inches from the length of the lining. So I'll show you that when I'm cutting that. So I have cut out the lining for each piece, but for the lower part here I have the lining. The lining is 2 inches below the actual length of the dress, because this will be folded inside. Okay, so this is the front piece, and each piece I have used is a pin to secure, so that it will be easy for you when sewing. So make sure you secure with a pin before cutting out the lining. It will also be easy for you when you're sewing. This is the front piece, the upper parts, the front piece. So to sew this is the upper part, the front piece of the upper part. So I will take this to the machine, and I will start from here, the shoulder, take it down. Make sure that you don't lose the shape of this neckline while sewing. If you mistakenly sew more than 1/4 of an inch, or you don't follow the line, just follow this line and sew 1/4 of an inch on each side. When you get to here, you turn the needle down here, sew it down to this point, then you sew back down up here. You sew, after sewing you notch the sharp edges, you notch and turn it out. I'll do the same to the back piece as well. I will sew the neckline with 1/4 of an inch, after which I will notch and turn over. I'll do the same to the 3. So I'll do that and show you.